prisoners work and the intake of the prisoners. When you go to reports, right on the right corner on the bottom of your screen, you will see intake and even prisoners. So we go to prisoners first, and you will see that I have MaxSec, MedSec, and MinSec, and Supermax and even DevRow. So this is DevRow for me. This place is DevRow. For Max, it is right down here somewhere, and this is the min. So basically what it all says is based on the color of uniform they are wearing, it tells me a lot about the prisoner and how dangerous the prisoner is. So if you got min, that's a really not so dangerous prisoner as a Supermax prisoner is, for example. So do categorize your prison into these sections where these prisons are going to go. And you will do that if you have the research on. So if you research it all through bureaucracy, you'll see I have it all. So if you have some of these, then you can go to logistics, and you will see this here is my Supermax, this here is my Max, and this here is my Med, and also there, and this is here is my Min. So Min is the most low casualties. And how you will put these rooms like this is on deployment. So if, for example, I wanted this whole prison block to be just MedSec, I can just click on this and I will pause the time so that prisoners aren't worried. So MedSec, so this will turn orange. And I can select all of these cells and it will be Med. But I don't want that to happen. I want it to be yellow. So it's yellow again. So this will mean that this is for highly only protected custody. Prisoners will be permitted to enter this sector. If prisoners' needs are not met in this sector, they will utilize shared sector rooms, assign prisoners to this sector by changing their security level to protective custody in the prisoner's biography tab. So you can change it. I'm not going to do that, but I just want to show you how it works. This will let you know what the intake of prisoners can be. So my intake is on 192, but because I have all of these different groups, the Med, the Max, and the DevRow, and the Supermax, it determines on how many prisoners you can fit in just one space. So I see these a lot of different groups, and this will see on how much you can take in, and you will see that I can actually have 192, but the next intake will only be 2 prisoners. That is because there's only one in a low dangerous situation and one in the death row, I believe. That's all what the prisoner can offer me on intake. So I can set this on closed. The prison intake on the MinSec, so it is closed. So I can't have prisoners of the MinSec. And if I set it on all in, then I can actually have one available. So you will see that there are 100 available of the MinSec, and there are unavailable at the moment for DevRow. This is pretty normal. I also do fill to capacity. I won't do it on closed or total prisoners or none per day or all available. That's just not how it works. You will get a lot of problems, so don't do that. So I have my prison categorized in so many different sectors that I can take a lot of prisoners in, but also not many prisoners at the same time, because you have these restrictions on where they can actually go. And I can set it on closed. Then you won't get any new prisoners. If you have too many prisoners, set it on closed. If it is above the numbers you can actually go to, set it on closed. Don't allow any more prisoners. Look what your how many prisoners you are getting from maybe max or supermax, and try if your prison is built for supermax, try to lower the number. Really try to lower that number, because you don't have anything on supermax if your prison isn't built for supermax prisoners. So please keep that in mind. Then you have the filter capacity. So I have 192. I rather have my prisoners at 6, so they can shower when they come in and stuff. Here you see I got a prisoner of the MinSec and the death row. So yeah, every color has its own sector. So yeah, then you have total prisoners, and I've set this on 1, and I did this purposefully. You can set this on a whole lot of prisoners. It can get on. It's now on 20, so 22. It can get on like this, and this means that every day you will get this amount of prisoners. Even though your prison is completely full, it will still get this number, and you will have riots. Don't do this. Riots are when people are really unhappy in the prison and just completely banging up your prison. So don't do this. So I'm going to set this at 0 again. So you can also do a num per day. So num per day, the total number of persons you want delivered in the next intake. You can increase or decrease the number of prisoners you wish to receive in the next intake. The number of prisoners will each category is adjusted with the above sliders. All available prisoners from all open intake pools will be delivered in the next intake. So this will mean 400 prisoners you can get in the next 1700 hours. Don't do this. You will get a nice payment though, but your prisoners are going to start a riot. Don't do this. So yeah, I just have filter to capacity. This is more than enough. So as you can see, when you click on the prisoners number, the number of your persons you currently have in your prison and how many you can hold. So currently holding 154 prisoners. Minimum security is 23. I'm holding. Medium security 28. Maximum security 55. Protective custody 0. Supermax 29 and death row 19. So maximum safe capacity is 192. And shared capacity 78, minimum capacity 22, medium capacity 1, maximum capacity 32, protective capacity 36, supermax 6, and death row 7. So this is what I have at the moment, and this is how my prisoners intake works, and this is what I do for my prisoners.